Today's program is brought to you by OTCStockShark.com. For the latest and greatest OTC and Pink Sheets information, sign up for your account at OTCStockShark.com. Thank you for tuning in to TBC Today. I'm Brandon Vincent.
And I'm Angelina Soriano.
In financial news, the Dow Jones Industrial Average recently rose 32 points, or 0.3%, to 10,819 on the first day of trading in the fourth quarter. But the blue chip index is down 0.3% for the week, on pace to snap its 4-week winning streak. The gains come after the Dow surged 7.7% last month, its best September performance since 1939, and rallied 10% in the third quarter, its best quarterly performance in over a year. Investors are hesitant to put more money into the market at the start of October due to skepticism that September strength can't continue. The Nasdaq Composite edged down 0.1% to 2,367. The S&P 500 index rose 0.2% to 1,144, and earlier climbed to as high as 1,150. Traders noted that the S&P 500 has risen above that level in recent days, but hasn't decisively risen above it, adding to the market's volatility. In U.S. news, BMW is voluntarily recalling 350,000 cars worldwide due to possible brake problems that the world's biggest premium car makers said have not caused any accidents so far. In some cars, brake fluid has leaked into the hydraulics, preventing pressure from building up. The customer notices this since he needs to apply more pressure to the brake. But the brakes still work. The chief financial officer said he did not expect repairs to require great technical effort, but he did not yet have an estimate on how much the recall would cost. BMW's problem, which tended to occur amongst vehicles with high mileage, was discovered in models equipped with the 8- and 12-cylinder engines popular in the United States. Around 345,000 BMW brand 5, 6, and 7 series models built since 2002 are being recalled worldwide. Of that, almost 200,000 cars are owned by U.S. residents. A spokesman for BMW's luxury brand, Rolls-Royce, said it was unaware of any problems so far in its Phantom family that use exclusively 12-cylinder engines. Rolls-Royce customers tend to own many cars, and hence mileage is typically much lower. Nevertheless, Rolls-Royce will ask all 2,800 Phantom customers to bring their vehicles to a garage for inspection. In international news, the United States apologized for a 1946 through 1948 research study that purposefully infected people in Guatemala with sexually transmitted diseases. A statement by Secretary of State Hillary Clinton and Secretary of Health and Human Services Kathleen Sebelius called the action reprehensible. A joint statement said, "We deeply regret that it happened, and we apologize to all the individuals who were affected by such aberrant research practices. The conduct exhibited during the study does not represent the values of the United States or our commitment to human dignity and the great respect for the people of Guatemala." Clinton called the Guatemalan president to inform him. Guatemalan officials took into account that the experiments occurred more than 60 years ago. The study came to light recently when a Wesley College researcher found the archived but unpublished notes from the project. The scientific investigation, called the U.S. Public Health Service Sexually Transmitted Disease Inoculation Study of 1946 through 1948, aimed to gauge the effectiveness of penicillin to treat syphilis, gonorrhea, and cankers. Penicillin was a relatively new drug at the time.
Ever wish you had sonic hearing? Well, now you can with the amazing Silver Sonic XL from Bell & Howell. It's lightweight and small, just like a cell phone ear adapter. The flexible ear mount easily adjusts to fit all ear shapes and sizes, and the molded ear tip lets it fit you comfortably. Best of all, it looks like a cell phone ear adapter. The Silver Sonic XL amplifies sounds up to 50 decibels, so you can easily keep track of your kids at play. And it picks up sounds from more than 30 yards away, so no one will know you have sonic hearing.
Her body is amazing. I wish I could look like that.
The Bell & Howell Silver Sonic XL is yours for only $19.95. But wait, when you call, ask about our deluxe model upgrade that's fully rechargeable and comes with its own charger. Get Silver Sonic XL now and start hearing things you've never heard before. Call now.
To order your Silver Sonic XL, call 1-800-230-7100 or send $19.95 plus shipping to the address on your screen. But for quicker service, call 1-800-230-7100.
In entertainment news, early 2012 suddenly is shaping up as a major launch pad for classic blockbusters showing in 3D. Hollywood studios, Paramount Pictures, 20th Century Fox, and Lightstorm Entertainment are mulling the 3D re-release of James Cameron's Titanic in April of 2012. That could put Titanic in theaters weeks after the 3D reissue of George Lucas' Star Wars Episode I: The Phantom Menace from Fox and Lucasfilm. Plans were announced this week to send out the first in a planned series of Star Wars films in 3D sometime between February and April of 2012. April 15th of 2012 marks the 100th anniversary of the Titanic slipping into the icy Atlantic, and Paramount marks its own centennial the same month. So, with Phantom Menace awaiting final slotting, there's a chance that Cameron and Lucas could arm wrestle over the fame. Lightstorm has completed tests of extended footage from Titanic, the second highest grossing film in history behind James Cameron's Avatar. In tech news, DARPA's got ambitious goals when it comes to revolutionizing the outmoded, expensive process of defense manufacturing. The Pentagon's Blue Sky research arm wants a fast-track timeline and widespread collaboration, all facilitated by Web 2.0. And they're looking to assemble an army of teenage brains to help them do it. The agency's putting $10 million into a new program, Manufacturing, Experimentation, and Outreach, or Mentor, that aims to develop and motivate a next-generation group of system designers and manufacturing innovators. DARPA's looking for legions of high school students with a firm grasp on tools like Facebook and Twitter, who can work in a team within a single high school or across multiple high schools to design and develop cyber-electromechanical systems like go-karts, robots, or even unmanned aircraft. Social networks, the agency hopes, can facilitate collaboration as well as intergroup competitions. Mentor is only the latest DARPA program hoping to transform today's youth into tomorrow's Pentagon hotshot. Earlier this year, the agency requested proposals that would boost the number of teens pursuing bona fide geekdom. That program was catalyzed by concerns over the country's ability to compete in the increasingly internationalized stage. This time around, DARPA is looking for the brawniest brains worldwide, noting that substantial participation by foreign high schools is essential to leveraging the best talent. In green news, car makers, especially those who specialize in sporty luxury vehicles, have a long tradition of making supercar concepts for motor shows. Sometimes they later end up in production, but most of the time bits and pieces are recycled into different, more watered-down models. Jaguar has unveiled just such a beast, and it has pretty decent green potential. The CX-75 is a plug-in series hybrid, a bit like the Chevy Volt, but unlike the Volt, it has 4 electric motors, providing all-wheel drive. And when the battery is drained, it doesn't get recharged by a conventional gasoline engine. Rather, it uses twin micro-turbines, each generating 70 kilowatts by spinning at 80,000 RPMs. The 4 electric motors produce 145 kilowatts each, for a total power of 580 kilowatts. The top speed is 205 miles per hour. Acceleration from 0 to 62 miles per hour is achieved in 3.4 seconds, and from 50 to 90 miles per hour in 2.3 seconds. All this power seems like overkill, and I'd much rather see a car that looks just as good but is less powerful, lighter, and gets a longer electric range, and then gets better fuel economy once the battery is drained. But still, the Jaguar CX-75 has an electric range of 68 miles, and since the average American rarely drives more than 40 miles in a day, and that number is probably lower for Europeans, this means that if the supercar was plugged in every night, it could conceivably be greener than a much less powerful Honda Fit. All of this is theoretical. The CX-75 might never reach production, and if it does, it would probably stay a small volume model. But if this design project has helped Jaguar engineers to get familiar with series hybrids and electric cars and to develop new technologies that can push the field forward, then it will be worth it. I'd rather see automotive engineers work on these kinds of things than the ever larger V8s like in the 90s and early 2000s.
Thank you for tuning in to TBC Today. I'm Brandon Vincent.
And I'm Angelina Soriano.